actually, my athleticism slowed down quite a bit. And then I started going to the gym. And I'll admit it, I got addicted real quick. I started going 5 days a week right away. So this would have been in my late 20s. And it just never stopped until the shutdown recently. I was going religiously for the 3 years before that, 5 and 6 days a week. Mm-hmm. And so at the gym is where I kind of fell in love with the idea that what I'm learning and my trial and error, I think that I could help other people get to the goals that I've achieved through almost like replicating what I've learned and the mistakes that I've made. So I've just been kind of interested in looking around me and seeing that there are a lot of people who are like me at the gym. They want to better themselves. And I've kind of found out a little bit about these things along my journey. And I've always had a desire to help people. I just like bringing out the best in people. Mm-hmm. And so these things all just accumulated into wanting to pursue it into something in some form of a career.
Mm-hmm. You said something really interesting. You said you got addicted right away. What do you find sort of what made it addicting for you in the fitness industry or getting in the gym?
So I've a couple of people have asked that question to me over my time going to the gym. I love the idea of being surrounded by people who are trying to better themselves. Mm-hmm. It to me is literally, it's incredibly invigorating. Like everybody is when you're in there, you've got every different type of person you can imagine at every different type of stage of their journey. And I just think it's a beautiful thing that first at some point in their day, they decided, hey, I'm going to go do something that's just going to make my life better. Because fitness just always will make your life better. Like it just for every good reason. Right. So that feeling of just being around that for me is what I'm addicted to. And I love athleticism. I love feeling good. I love sleeping better. I love having a good cardio. I just think that every other aspect of my life is better when I'm fit. I like the way it makes me look. And so you kind of stay for that. But yeah, the driving force for me to get up and get to that gym is that feeling of being surrounded by people who just want to make their lives better.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that you say that because I think a lot of people are actually intimidated when they first go in the gym. And you said it really well. You said that everybody's at a different point in their journey. Everyone's all there to try to better themselves, improve themselves, but they may not be all in the same spot. So maybe might be what people feel intimidated by. But was that ever a case for you? Like, did you ever feel a little bit intimidated?
Yeah, and I still do because I've learned a lot of how to do exercises just by looking around me and how other people are doing it. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of, sometimes it's that one person comes in and maybe they look smaller than you, but they're benching 60 pounds more than you. You're like, am I doing something wrong? Mm-hmm. And then it's so that is a little intimidating because then you almost second guess your approach, but that washes away really quickly because it's always very concrete that everyone is at their different stage. Everyone has a different approach. I should be more impressed and gracious to this person and what they're doing than intimidated. But I never really got shy because I kept it in my head that I'm a beginner. So I'm just gonna try my best and just keep at it. And then over time, I kind of just figured if you keep at it, you're gonna pick up a thing or two. Mm-hmm. But then I also started to watch a lot of YouTube videos and try to get coaching and whatnot from sources that I trusted. And then that fueled your knowledge so that you're a little less intimidated when you're there.
Mm-hmm. I think you said that really good point there. You talked about being gracious and understanding that everybody is there trying to, push their way through it. And that is a step in itself. It sometimes takes a little courage just to get going. So I appreciate that you have that mindset. Not a lot of people do, but I And I'm not sure if it's people in the gym or more so outside their interpretation of what it seems like inside a gym.
Right.
But it's great that you recognize that almost immediately. It's great that you looked into learning more and sort of fueled your journey. But as you said, the community is the biggest thing. I think that's a missing piece in what's happened in this last year. Sometimes people miss that being in the same atmosphere as other people who are still working towards their goal. And it might be that guy that no one expects to lift that much, or it might be the person where, wow, I thought they could do a little bit more. Whatever it is, it all feeds off each other, because I think everybody in a way is like, wow, if these guys are up here getting up every morning, why can't I? And then you start making friends at the gym, and it goes on from there and there. It just becomes part of your social as well as your lifestyle. Yeah,
for sure. So that's what ended up happening to me. I had a couple gentlemen approach me and like, hey, I just by looking at you, like I see where you're at, and I'm trying to get to somewhere towards like what you're doing. Can you help me out? And I'm like instantly like, yes, like right away, like I would love to share what I know and what I've learned. And I'd love to show you the mistakes I've made. It just, and those little things at the gym are also what invoke this feeling of wanting to do it professionally, is that I have spent a ton of time and effort in this. And so why not bring that to other people as well? I think in the gym, if you had somebody bring you in, if it be a coach or even a friend, I think that intimidation also is lessened quite a bit. You know what I mean? That if you have a coach, they can really guide you through those first steps and really make sure that you know you're a beginner, or if you're an intermediate, or what you should be doing as an expert.